Kim, how are you doing? Let a few more people. Hey, Michelle. What's going on, girl? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Hey, Michelle, by any chance, can you share me to the groups? I forgot to do that. I was messing with the dog. By any chance? Thank you. Hi, baby girl. Did you work last tonight? All right, guys. Christian, that's my daughter. So if you hear me talking weird, that's my child. She's probably not even listening. Did you make any tips? Hey, Brenda, what's going on, girl? Let's see if anybody else pops on before I start this. If you're here, just say hello. And if you don't mind sharing my video and liking, remember, sharing is caring. Okay. We're going to make... Yes, I know. You're not going to be able to see my page because of what I'm doing. I really need to show you straight through the camera. And I can't get a close-up because this is black and you got to be able to see black on black. Thank you, Michelle. You're my girl. Okay. Hey, girl, what's going on? Okay, so these are things you're going to need. I don't know if you guys know what cardstock is. It's not paper, and it's a little bit thinner than a cardboard or a construction paper. You can get it over in the scrapbooking department at all the stores. I got this at Joann's, and like I said, you can hear it. It's kind of thicker. Okay, you're going to need that. You're going to need a 1.5 inch spool and a 2.5. It don't matter what color it is, and I'll show you why. Okay. You're going to need one 8 ounce or 16 ounce. I don't know. It's the taller cup, styrofoam cup. Okay. You're going to need black acrylic paint. You're going to need copper, gold, or red. I'll show you why. It's depending on whatever color, and I use all metallic. The copper is my favorite. I paid $1.99 for them at Hobby Lobby, and I think tomorrow they're going to be on sale because everything in the store is going to be on sale. Okay. You're going to need my favorite, Mod Podge. It's my all-time favorite. On this one, I don't do the glitter Mod Podge, and I'll show you why. And this is just the tissue you get, like at Walmart, to wrap your paper with, or your gifts with. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use 2 pieces. Okay. And then I've got all of my steampunk things. I got these from Amazon, and it's got little hands and skulls, something I did not see at any of the Hobby Lobbies, so I got on Amazon and got those. And then I have all of these different ones. I don't know if you can see them. Little clocks and hearts and so forth. Okay. Now, and then you're going to need feathers of some sort, any that you like. I got the gold with the top just because it was weird. I'm going to be making a steampunk hat. I'll show you. Because I'm going to be doing a New Year's Eve theme. I don't know if you can see that. There's the side of it. There you go. I got it the right way. So I can put in my New Year's wreath. I got a weird looking clock. Let me get it for you. Excuse the way I'm dressed, guys. It's I'm going to be dealing with glue and I'm messy. But here's the clock, and see how the gears are showing. And I took the backing of it off. And I'm probably going to chrome this somehow just because I don't like it. And I'm going to paint it with something. I don't like how it is. But we'll make it work. And then I got my skewers that I painted black. And those are going to go for my embellishments. And I just went to a Hobby Lobby and got a package of the little wood pegs. But I wanted the smaller ones. There's like teardrops. There's regular, they look like football helmet or footballs. I don't know the name of it. You got bigger and rounder wood ones. And I just painted those black. Hi, Tom. How are you doing? Hold on. And as you know, I have an English Bulldog, and he's probably going to start snoring within the next 10 minutes. And then I use a small glue gun with a small opening. The bigger ones just don't work for what I need it for. But here we go. And with this cardstock, I just traced around this to get one size and then one size here. This size equals this round one, and this round one is going to go on the top of the cup. Okay, you don't need to worry about anything like that because that is going to sit on the 2.5 inch, just like that for a hat. Okay, so what I've done is I painted the first one black. I usually put 2 coats because I want it that way so it can really show on whenever I get ready to chrome them out. And then this is the one with our cardstock in it. I don't know if you can see how that looks, but that's what we're going to do. Now, I cut the cardstock in little bitty 1-inch pieces. Okay, you're probably going to need anywhere from like 45 to 55. It just depends. And I just cut them in little bitty squares, along with how I trace the round ones out. See, these came with the clock somehow, and I'm going to figure out a way to use those. So, here's where the part that gets dirty pops in. Now, you can use a brush to put the Mod Podge on. Hey, Lord, what's going on, girl? I didn't know if you got my text. Yeah, I'd done this video before, but the last video I did, it was when I had really crappy lighting and I didn't have a stand, and it was just really, I had a friend tell me they couldn't see what I was doing. So I got it extra bright in here to make sure we could do it. Okay. On the Mod Podge, you can use a brush. I don't use a brush, and this is gross. I use my fingers because it's round and it's hard to use a brush and hold both sides of it when it just doesn't. Hey Teresa, how are you doing? It just doesn't make, I have to do things the odd way. I know that's just how I am, but that's the way I like it. If you can use a paintbrush and hold it down, God bless you, because I can't. Okay guys, the cat's in here now, so she'll probably drop up in here. Okay. So, let's get the Mod Podge out. And I always paint these round ones. I paint them black because the other cardstock is like a pale black, and I kind of want it shiny, so whenever I get ready to chrome it out, you'll be able to see that black shine with it. So here we go. No, I don't want that. Okay, here goes the dirty part. And if you've got nails, you better hope you got something to get it out from under your nails. And like I said, I don't use the angel or the powder dust or whatever kind of dust. I don't use that. Don't knock that over. Yes, I'm talking to you. Sorry, I was talking to my dog. No, Laura, you know I'm mentally challenged when it comes to that stuff. I don't have the button. I'm not the brightest individual when it comes to that stuff. Okay. So I just pour it in the lid. Okay. So on this one, you're going to place stuff in the diamond. Let me know if you guys can see what I'm doing, first of all. Michelle, there's no telling. I'm challenged when it comes to that stuff. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? What's the weather unlike Missouri? It's like 70-something degrees here today. Who knows? Texas. So we're going to start with this one. And I'm going to put like a diamond, a diamond, a diamond, and a diamond shaped. Okay? So, this is so gross, I know I can't help it. So I just grab some on there, and I kind of put it towards the middle because the outside here is probably going to be trimmed off. And I just put glue over the top of it and spread it out so it can get in space. Okay, and there again. And then I probably cut these probably about 1 inch. I saw some lady I've seen 2 different people make these on YouTube. I just kind of put my own spin on it. So whatever your name is, hey, I'm using your stuff. I apologize. I should have looked it up. And then I put another one. Put glue all over it. 45 degrees, it must be nice. I mean, I like cold weather, don't get me wrong, but, you know. All right. I know you can't tell, but there's the diamond. Okay. Now, on the bigger piece that I traced out with the 2 1/2 inch, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start with your diamond. But on these, I start with the diamond out, further out, like towards the end. Okay. Hey, Cindy, what's going on? Yes, it's easier to do this because when you do the brush, it's hard to hold it. It's a hot mess. Okay. Put another diamond. And in the middle, I'm going to make it a square. Okay, you're going to turn it around. And then you're going to put another diamond. You're just basically rotating squares with diamonds. And I only put one color, one coat of black paint on these. And then you're going to put another square in between that diamond. Like I said, it's all about layering. Okay. It's hard to see what all I've done. And the good thing about Mod Podge is it dries fast. You're welcome, Cindy. That's why I went ahead and got a hold of you, because I didn't know if you had or not. And see, that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see all those squares. So, always have a towel. I've learned that the hard way. And now I'm going to show you the cup, but I'm not going to finish the cup completely. If you guys don't know Cindy, I went to CNA school with Cindy many years ago. We had a good time. I had a good time with Cindy. She was closer to my age and she didn't have a lot of young kids. We got along perfect. Okay, so here's your plain black cup. I don't really worry, see where that ledge is, about putting stuff right here. And we'll see in a little bit why. Okay. So I'll start out with a diamond. And this is where I don't understand how people can use a paintbrush. Because, you know, you kind of got to maneuver it over to where you want it and hold it for a second until that glue kind of adheres. You can go diamond. square, and I just kind of put it over the tip of the diamond. And then they're square. And then plus when you do it this way, it gives a shine on top of that with the glue. And I usually just put my finger on the rest of the way down and put glue over it. Crap. Yeah, we did, Cindy. We had fun. Are you still doing CNA work? And then I just put another diamond. Now, sometimes a diamond is going to overlap the square. That's okay because we're going to be doing something else with it. Okay. So now we're going to go to the next row. And we started with the diamond. Now we're going to do a square. And you kind of got to maneuver everything around. So there's the square. Like I said, this is why I use my fingers. Okay, and once you got that, I'll put glue all the way down this side. And sometimes you'll have pieces that lift, just push it back down. All right. So now we're gonna go with the diamond, and you're just rotating. And for all you kids who love to play with glue in school, this is right up your alley. Hey, Fidencia, what's going on? Okay. Now we're going to go back with the square. Sorry, my dog is eating his feet right now, so it sounds kind of gross. Okay. And then we're going to go to the next level. I wish I could retire. I mean, I don't work right now, but be nice for my husband. All right, see how we started with the square this time? Now we're going to go with the diamond. And then just tap it over with your fingers with glue to where it'll stick. And then you're going to go to a square. I love messing with Mod Podge, guys. I don't do enough of it, but I love playing in it. And then we're going to go with the diamond. Okay, since we started with a diamond, we're going to go with the square. And you're going to make it kind of to the point to where the diamond is on the side. You know, you can do it whatever design you want. I just do it the way that I'm going to do the dots for the steampunk. Oopsies. And as you're going around, you're going to see parts that lift. So I'm saying that's why I don't use a brush. I'm not coordinated enough. Okay. And we're going to spread glue all the way around this end. We're going to start with square. Now we're going to go diamond. And I've got the shakes for some reason, so bear with me. And now we're going to go square. It's very tedious. Hi Carla, how are you doing? I don't know any of you guys, but how are you doing? But I'm glad you're watching. What are you doing? Dogs. But I'm trying not to go on this lip of the cup. So that's why I'm kind of, sometimes some of them are going to overlap. But that's fine. You're not going to hurt anything. And since you're coming to the end and the cup is round, you will overlap. But see how it comes in? I don't know if you can see it, diamond and diamond and diamond. So we're going to go to a square in the middle. And this is probably where, you know, people cut them an 1.25 inches. I can barely cut a straight line, so I do 1 inch, each his own. And we're going to go diamond. Yeah, some candle samples for me. Well, girl, I appreciate that. Let me know and I'll put them on my page. You didn't have to do that, Fidencia. All right, now we're going up with the last one, and that's the square. And I like putting my Mod Podge with my hands because it gives a shinier look than per se just with the paintbrush, because you don't get this thick of layer on. And as you go around, you're going to see some spots that's popping up. It's okay. When I repaint it, it's going to be fine. So, I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So we're going to put the finished pieces over here. And hope to God my cat don't jump up. She's a year old, and poor Bella. She gets picked on all the time. Bless her heart. Okay. All right, and I just pour what's left of my Mod Podge in there. Move, Doc. Sorry, I didn't tear the glue out like 2 weeks ago when I used it, and I couldn't get this stinking thing open. All right. So these are my finished pieces that I did last night. To see what that Mod Podge does, it gives it that glossy finish. I like that. Do you hear him? He ain't even done, he's not even started snoring, Cindy. He's chewing his feet right now. Okay. Now, I use a tiny glue gun because it has that tiny tip for what I'm going to do. I might have to get up so you can see it. If you can see where all the squares are, why are there things going across my phone screen? I hit Do Not Disturb. You're going to go to the corner and you're just going to put one dot. In each corner, you're going to put a dot. You're going to follow your pattern. Sometimes it's going to spider web. I tend to like that. Sorry, I don't. And then in the middle, it looks like a domino in the middle. I'll put a dot in the middle of it. Let me know if you guys can't see it. And I'll redo it. Okay. And I kind of do it to the side so it doesn't run. Yeah, no, he's good and snoring now. He's tearing it up now. Sometimes it's hard to see where the end is and begins. All right, and I don't know if you can see where all the dots are, the super glue, how it all went in a diamond shape. So there's that one. You going to bed? All right. Love you. I'm having an incident with my glue gun like Laura does. All right, and there's the other one. Okay. I'm going to be making these steampunk hats. I've got a New Year's Eve wreath I'm making, and I'm going to put those in there. And all you do is, basically, this is what it's made out of, and cardstock. You can buy cardstock. It's not regular paper, and it's not construction paper. It's right in the middle. There's usually a bottom to it, but I tore it off by accident. Okay, same thing with this cup. How we went to square to diamond to square to diamond. Well, I missed one, but it'll be all right. So you're going to put on each one. And I will give it word of advice. Until this one dries, don't go to the next, because it will run and it will look not good. So just wait for it to set a minute or two. Like I said, you're going to all four corners. But I'm going to leave it just like that, because it is a curved cup and it will run, kind of like this one over here has already run. But it'll be all right. And once it sets, Might not be completely dry, but it'll hold. I broke my nail and it hurts. My dog decided to eat a whole steak instead of chewing it up and choked, and I had to stick my hand down his throat, and he chomped down on my hand, and it hurt. Okay. So now we're going to go here and do the same thing in a diamond pattern. And sometimes it's hard to see where your pattern went. So just let it sit there for a minute. Yeah, Tom, he hadn't even started getting down on it. I mean, he's chewing his feet and snoring a little bit. When he finally gets to sleep, Lord have mercy. I don't know how my neighbors don't hear him. Hey, why do y'all keep using my bless your heart? Laura, this is actually the only glue gun that halfway works, and it was a $4.99 one. The other ones just have too big of an opening, and it's hard to get your dots. Like, see, if you don't get it right, see how they've already started running a little bit? I don't even know if y'all can see this. Okay. I promise it'll be worth the wait. For some reason, I started learning how to do steampunk, and for some ungodly reason, I turned out to be good at it. Doc, stop it. Laura, I think you're the only one that's ever actually seen Doc. I mean, they're a hot mess, but when he passes, I will buy a name brand and buy an English Bulldog again. He was just a rescue, and they're the best dogs I've ever had. My husband's gonna kill me. My husband works like 16-hour days, and I mean, he works a lot of hours. And sorry guys, I'm just letting this dry for a minute. And he'll sleep hard sometimes. The dog will lay in the corner by my side of the bed, and my husband will lay on the other. And it was weird because in unison, Doc would start snoring, and then my husband, and he never snores. And it was back and forth, back and forth. And I know if I didn't record it, he would have never believed me, and it was hilarious. And you hear me just trying not to laugh. It was so funny. Tom, Doc I think he's 6 years old. We got him when I think he was 18 months, and he was just a hot mess. We think he's 6 now, maybe 5 or 6. He has Demodex mange, which for all you guys don't know, it's blood bred. You get it from the mother. It's nothing you can catch to other dogs unless they're swapping blood. And he was a scab from head to toe. He still has issues, so we had to do the throat surgery where the palate and shave it down so he could breathe better. So, I mean, he has constant ear infections. I mean, all English Bulldogs do because, you know, they're a man-made breed that should have never been made. So, but if I can afford to give him one more day of quality life and do without, I will do it. He's deserved it. And from what I'm understanding is he lived in a cage 14 hours a day in his own crap and pee. So, I mean, he was given to a friend of ours that didn't know how to take care of him and was afraid because he scratched and bled everywhere. So, by the grace of God, she decided to give us to him. And he has thrived and cost thousands of dollars, but, you know, he's just we had to do 3 of the throat pallets shaving down, and his eyes run really bad, and we could do the surgery to pull that eyelid over, but It's very dangerous to put them under because of their breathing, so I chose not to do it. I chose, you know, we're not going to do it. He's had enough surgery. And then I have to take him when I go on vacation now, because when we took our trip to Sims, Laura and Jane, he got sick because he gets depressed. And he had to be intubated. And, you know, it's hard to see your dog being intubated just to clear his lungs. So it was... Michelle, this is the strange thing. He went to a friend of ours, brother-in-law. It goes down anyway. No one really knew anything about Doc. And just somehow, in the grace of God, there's a guy fixing my heater on a house I rented. And he remembered Doc. So he gave me a little background on him. And that's the only thing that we knew was that. So that is how Doc became in good hands. And, you know, he plays and everything. I just don't understand how people spend $3,000 on dogs, but those dogs have to have so much. They're very high maintenance. And then when they see how much the bills are all the time, they're like, oh, I didn't expect that. So that's why you have bully rescues for these dogs specifically, and then they do home checkups to make sure that you can take care of the dog and understand what the breed is about. So that's Doc's story. But he's very, very well taken care of now. And he knows it. Trust me. He's a character, though. All bulldogs are characters. Do you know that they can do the palate surgery? We did 3 just because the first one, we didn't know how much to take off, and we didn't want him aspirating. And then he did good, and then he got sick a couple weeks later, so we took him back in, and they took a little bit more off. And then they went in and took a little bit more after that healed. And now he's fine. He can get excited. I mean, when he's playing rope, you know, they'll give themselves a heart attack trying to do their favorite thing is a tug of war. And if you don't watch it, he'll stroke out and die. They don't realize it. They're crazy. Okay, I think we got it all done. I didn't do a prototype of this just yet because I wanted to show you what all would need to be done. Oh my God, what? Harlot, what kind of bait dog was he? Yeah, people are stupid, you know. What are you doing? He knows not to jump on laps, or I'd show you what he looked like. Yeah, it is. Come here. Thanks for burping. Come here. Come here. I don't think y'all can see him. You can't. You can hear him snorting though. No, you can't get in my lap. Okay. Now, we're done. You guys slobber all over me. With this one, some guy was a friend of the douchebag that had ours, and he had to move and couldn't take the dog with him. So he gave it to this guy, and I don't think he realized you can't leave these dogs outside. And he just couldn't take care of him anymore, and the guy gave him to this guy, realizing that, you know, hey, he might take care of him, and, well, he didn't. So, that's how we come across Doc. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Okay, now that this is all dry, here's what it looks like. You just got glue dots. Okay? Now, you're going to get another paper plate. Yeah, we're going out of town Tuesday, and he's going to come with me, so can't wait for that 7-hour trip. What? They can hear you. Yeah. He's talking to me. So, on your tissue paper, I usually tear off about 3. And I just wad it up, right? Take it out and wad it up again. Wad it up. Yeah, I can't do it either, Michelle. I start crying on the dodo when they have those videos on the dodo. Have you guys ever watched I'm a Donkey Survivor Sanctuary? They're based out of Texas, and that dude is hilarious. I try and watch their videos all the time. Y'all should check it out. He's got alpacas and everything. They crack me up. And it's just a regular family. It's something I can relate to being down here in Texas. You two what? You watch it? Okay. So here's your 3 colors. My main color is going to be copper. And I think I did this with red and copper. But I kind of want to do this because I want it to really stick out. I want that color to pop. I don't know if you can see the red and the copper in there. Yeah, I love Lester. He just, you know, usually for Christmas we adopt a family to pay for. We got burned in the past for Christmas, so I'm thinking about just going on Amazon and buying him a bunch of stuff, and that's my family I'm going to adopt for Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to do red and copper. Let's go. I don't want gold. Yeah, I can't watch those those dodo videos. It kills me. All right, so I'm going to do red first. And I'm just going to put a little bit of red right there. See? And this is where this is going to come in. I'm just going to kind of scrunch it up, kind of like that. Yeah. And then I'm just going to dip it in there, and just kind of. Let's do the top first. Can you see that? I'm just going to, you know, go around. It doesn't have to be even, just blot it. And then this small one is just going to be for extra, you know, the excess paint. Because you don't want it, you know, all over. You just kind of want it spread here and there. Yeah, those ASPA commercials right now where they have him, them decorating that shelter, it kills me every stinking time. There's something wrong with me. That and the soldiers coming home gets me every time. I can't watch those videos. The other day it had a video of a Marine who finally got his dog handler back, or his dog back after he retired when he was in the Marines. It just about killed me. I had to turn channel. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for this one. The good thing about this, it doesn't take long to dry. Oopsies. And then this is your extra paint pickup. Okay. Now, the paint looks pink, but it's, I wish they had, I cannot find a true metallic red to save my life. And remember, don't wipe, dot. And then sometimes it'll start tearing. I just turn it over. Oopsies, got my fingers dirty. Yeah, I know that President Trump was going to sign that bill, but I didn't know. Whenever I was a deputy in it was, you know, I wouldn't say redneck country, but, well, yeah, I would. But it was out in the country, and what a lot of people don't realize, and I may offend some people here, but, you know, raised in the country, they see these horses that are really, and there are neglected horses, don't get me wrong, but they can't ride them, they can't do anything with them, and they're getting old. They call it put them out to pasture. And what that is they're going to feed them, but they're not going to work them. And they just kind of like retire them and put them out in the field and let them eat. And, you know, and they watch to make sure that the horses aren't in any. And people think, oh my God, look, he's being mean to that horse. But that's, I guess you have to be raised in the country to understand that. And a lot of people don't. Which is very sad. All right, see, that's almost dry. So I'm going to turn this bigger part over. And I'm going to do the same thing. Because you're still going to be able to see this. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Yeah, Cindy, you know, here in, you know, we lived in Fannin County, which is right on Oklahoma-Texas border, where, if you guys have ever heard of Sherman, it's about 28 miles east. And, you know, granted, there are a lot of people that do neglect their horses. And then when they do, whenever the times were tough 8 years ago with the drought, people would just let their horses go because they couldn't afford to feed them. But there's this place called Hannah's Horseshoe of Hope or something that we would give to them because they did a therapy for the disabled children. And, you know, if you could get them in there, that was a blessing. And sometimes it couldn't, but, you know, it happens. But a lot of people don't realize about horses. Okay, now that we're done with the red, this is where the fun begins. See, it dries fast. And you don't have to worry on this little one about doing that bottom one because half of it's going to get cut off. Cindy, you're in Jasper now, aren't you? I don't know where Texas City, Texas is, Tom. I've heard of it, but it's not coming to mind. I'm sure it has to be better than Odessa where I live, so God bless you. Okay, so you're going to pour just a little bit of copper. Okay. And this is where it starts coming alive. Okay. So we're going to do this one. And then this one's going to be my extra because you want to be able to see the red a little bit through there. And this is where you can see a lot of your glue webs. I like that because it just gives a uniqueness. You know, not a lot of people do. I do, so it's your own, however you want to do it. But I don't know if you can see the glue webs in it. I like it that way. Okay. Oh, it's by Galveston. I've been to Galveston once to catch the boat. I know, Cindy, I love the copper too. I see someone using the copper as the bottom color. I don't like that. I want it to shine through. And it really pops through the red and the gold. I have some gold and copper deep within one of the boxes over here. I just didn't feel like digging it out because it's not worth my time to dig out. 'Cause I like this better. And you're just going to blot it through. Take the I don't like taking too much excess off of this copper just because I like the color so much. Laura, I do too. For some reason, y'all's comments, and it's on Do Not Disturb, keep coming over my phone, and it's never done that. It's your fault. You know I love you, Laura. And guys, don't remember that if you wouldn't mind sharing and carrying my page, it'd be great. I'm trying to get as many followers as I can. I'm just starting out. And I made my first Etsy sale. I about fell off the stinking couch. Me and my husband were laying on the couch and I heard that cha-ching. And I looked at him and he was trying to get the phone away from me. I said, "That's not fair. Give it to me." Yes, that's what the glue dots are for. That's why I use a small glue gun, because my big one, hell, I don't know where it's at. My big one left too big. It would come out too fat of dots. And you don't have to worry about doing the bottom. You know, it'll be all right. Now, remember how we did the other one red on the bottom? We're going to go back and do copper over it. Because this hat is going to be kind of folded over, I guess you could say. And I might have done that one a little too heavy, but it'll be all right. Okay, so now we're done with that. I have the same gun Laura Jean has, except mine works and hers does not. But the opening where you do it is too big compared to the small ones. Hey, go back in and come back in if the sound isn't working. Oh, you got it? All right. I know, Fidency, and it was my military one. And when I lived at home, I sold all kinds of military ones. That's my thing, girl. So apparently I need to make some more. Well, Laura, I hope you made it to your craft store and got what you needed. You're probably not going to be able to get out. All right. Let's let this dry for a minute. And the good thing about this is it dries fast. Now, I got these little black things, and I don't really want to copper them. Here, I'm going to show you something. See where I thought it was lifting up, where the glue goes? I like it like that somewhat because it gives it more character. You know, it gives that like metal look. And I don't put anything on this lip here because you're going to see. Just give me time. And like, here's the top of it that's going to go on the top. And the reason why I didn't bring my diamonds all the way down is because I'm going to have to cut it down around the top. And this right here is going to go right here for the brim of the hat. And that's why I wanted to do the bottom color as well, so it can, you know, be pulled up. Michelle, I have the same glue gun too. But Laura, for some reason, hers sounds like she's cranking, like opening a can or something when she's trying to push the glue out. And her other one is the same way. I just think that she's just not meant to have one, because everybody I know works. Okay. All right, let's see if this is dry enough. Give it just a few more minutes. We'll have a chit chat. But Michelle, if you're watching this, and Laura, well, Laura's already seen them. I want to show you something. Are you there, Michelle? Yeah, see, Laura, I have the same one, and it's the only one that I had the same one, and it gave me troubles, but I left it on too many times overnight. Hey, Michelle, I'm going to show you something. So I got all of these on Amazon, and look. And then, girl, they even have the hands. And they have the little dials by themselves. They got these weird little dials. And then these. I don't know what the crap I want to do with those, but hey. And then they got that. I mean, it was worth the $12 I spent. But they have some pretty cool things. So, I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them. I'll figure it out. Okay, so this little short piece, I'm going to glue onto this. And if you guys want to make these and you've got questions, just message me. I'll be glad to go over it with you. Because I had to keep rewinding and watching this because I'm just like, what in the heck is she doing? And you're just going to sit it right on top of that because you're going to cut the excess off. And just sit it right there and let it chill. Yeah, I will, I got them on Amazon, girl. I'll have to look. I think I paid like $12 for all of them. And they got weird looking stuff on them that I haven't played with yet. But we're going to tonight. Ow. What are you doing? Yes, you should hear her. It cracks me up when she's trying to push that glue through. I mean, I know it's mean to laugh, but... Okay, now that that's on there. Let me get my crappy scissors. Where are my scissors? I bet my husband has my crappy scissors. Oh, look at me. I'm trying to blame stuff on my husband. All right. So see how it's got the edges? I'm going to cut those off. And you may cut through some of your glue that's on the top. It'll be all right. I've seen some people with that extra edge pull it down and cut it and then just glue it like that. It's just very hard to glue it that way. That's why I don't like doing that, but if you find that you like it in your design, hey, go for it. It's your design. Sorry, I can't move. I got a dog under my chair. All right. So now on this lip, I like to use these, and these are the ones that Laura Jean found me in New York. What do you want, Laura? What am I listening to you for? Girl, please. But she got me these, and it has all these little gears, the small gears. I don't know if you can see them real well, but I use these on the rim. I could use the other ones, but there's so many different things. I want to save those for something. And you will burn yourself. I'm just telling you now, so get ready. And then I just go all the way around. I don't have them touching because I want you to be able to see that copper color. And that glue fits right in the middle on where that fake screwdriver is. I don't know why that gear is so much thicker. Oh, did it fall? Is that better, Laura Jean? Sorry, the dog knocked it over. Is he? Laura Jean, is that better? I hope. And if you put that glue out slow, it's gonna eat right through that cup. Tom, are you talking about all these different things? You're so welcome, Laura, anytime. You know I love you. There's several different pieces you can buy through this link from Amazon. I picked the one I like because there were so many. I think they say 110 pieces per bag. They're full of crap. No, there's not. And I got paid $11, and it was all of this right here. This is stuff that Laura bought for me when we were in New York. Because Walmart sells some of them, but you know, they sell like these. But the ones at Joann's, I think there was a big clearance going on, and they didn't have it out at my here. Whenever I lived in Texas before I took the hell of trying to fly up there, she bought those for me. And it really worked out real well. But like I said, I think it was like 75% off, and it was so much better than the ones I had at my Joann's. And I also got a pendant from there, but I think I used it on one of my Halloween wreaths. I don't know. But I know I had it at one time. And it was like a steampunk pendant. It was pretty cool. But I'm upset at Joann's right now. Ow. Oh. like Joanne stuff, Laura, but when I found these online, I'm like, holy crap, they don't have any. I've never seen any of that stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna go buy that. So let me tell you about, girl, I'm like 6.5 hours away from Dallas, but Tuesday I am driving down there because I don't know if some of my regulars people know that my dad is still, you know, recovering from a broken ankle, and my stepmom just got out of the hospital. So I'm going to go down and see them and then get my hair done because, you know, there's no one here that could probably do bleach streaks on hair down your waist. But anyway, Joann's has a Black Friday sale. And every year on Black Friday I go because they have mesh, and they've got certain mesh that's decent mesh and ribbons. So I show up, I get my butt up out of bed, and they have nothing left. I'm like, how do you have nothing left? It just opened. Well, we started a sale on Wednesday. I was like, good God, it was very frustrating. So that was the hell of my Black Friday. Okay, and there's going to be two gears here kind of close together, but, you know, it'll be all right. So there. You have all your gears all the way around. When is it going to be, Michelle? Hell, I got a family that lives like an hour and a half north, or an hour north of Dallas. Because that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in a town called Sherman, McKinney, that area. Well, girls, let me know because we might have a place to stay for free. I got all kinds of people up there. Let a girl know. And I don't even have to travel, Laura. Can you imagine? I don't have to fly. That's a good thing. Okay. And then there's these gear shifts, and this is what they look like plain, but I had some stones left from my Halloween, and I put those in. And I'm going to make this similar to what I'm doing here, just so we'll have a guideline. Middle. Al did. Well, girl, you know, I pay for Al, and I'm horrible. I don't even use her. She's horrible. And these are actually buttons, is what they are. So you just kind of push it in. Oh, shit. Here we go. Yeah, Laura, are you going to fly to Dallas? if for sure it is, I get points for all that. And I've got hotel availability if you're going to do that. Michelle, it's only 12 hours from me to Dallas? Well, I guess so. Well, that's not fair. And sometimes, like when I'm going down the middle, I'll pull one of those glue things off so it can go in good. Girl, I know when I went to New York, I had to buy a new bag. Well, because they lost my luggage for one. And two, I wanted to go to AC Moore because we don't have one here. And how did I do that? So I had an extra bag anyway. So I stuffed that full of crafts and came back home with 2 suitcases. Okay, so we got that so far. Now, if you're going to decorate your lip, now's the time to do it. Mine, yeah, it is. Craft X is only 3 hours from there, Michelle. When we started making our hats in Laura Jean's private group, we were trying to make veils. So I got this veil material that I put around it and then tied something around the flowers. I'm sorry, the feathers. But I don't have anything. So they were sold out of it at Joann's. So I'm like, well, it happens. Yeah, I know. I don't even have an AC Moore beside me, but it's still upsetting. So what I'm going to do is, hold on, I'm thinking. Decorators Warehouse. What am I missing? Where's that at? Come on, Michelle. Don't hold out on me. What's that? But I don't really want to put this on without having anything on it. But you could also put one of these on here. You can put several of them. And like have one of these skulls right here holding it into place. Actually have a few of them. I don't know if you can see that. They're a little too long, so I would cut them down and put like a peacock feather in there. I did have peacock feathers, but my cat ate them. So are you talking, Michelle, are you talking about the hair on Harry Hines where they have all of that stuff in Dallas? Because I'm going through Arlington on Tuesday, and I can roll the windows up and leave the car running air with the dog in there. It ain't gonna hurt him. Because Arlington is right on my way home to where I'm going. Screw it. I'll go back to the hotel and drop him off and go back down there. I don't know what. Warehouse. Because Arlington is a ways away from like Houston where Craftex is. Holy crap. Might have found me a new honey hole. Okay. Now, we're going to place this on here, but sometimes you're going to go over where the glue things are. So just, you know, tear them off. It ain't going to hurt. Alright, we're going to put the glue around this. And then just put some pressure on it. Okay, Michelle. I'm wondering if it's not the Harry Hines thing. Because they have, it's, I don't even know how to. Laura, can you hear my TV all the way in here? Because my husband left it on. Cindy, are you talking about Harry Hines where they have all of those, like a craft heaven? Yeah, my husband left the stinking TV on. All right, how about now? I close the door. All right, in this, you just kind of bend your tips up. And it's not going to hurt it. And voila. And you just kind of work your tips up. Just be careful not to bend it too much. Isn't it cool? And you know, you can add different things that you want. So forth. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't know what that noise was. Like I said, and the feathers, I just don't. I went to Joann's to look for the veil stuff because it looks good. But I didn't. Because they were out. Along with everything else. Now. Y'all thought we were done. I'm going to wing this. How long have I been on? Hey, Michelle or Laura, how long have I been on? Pioneer Parkway. I want to call my daughter. She used to live over by Arlington. All right, and remember these little pieces? I'm going to put them on pegs so they can be sticking out as embellishments throughout the wreath because the hats are going to go kind of, Larisha. Well, I don't want to stay on for no damn 3 hours. And they kind of sit off to the side, so I kind of want to have embellishments, and it's kind of hard to stick one of these in the wreath when you ain't going to see it. So y'all don't laugh. We're going to wing this. And pray to God it comes out all right. But if it doesn't, well, live and learn. And since I have one of these in the hats, I kind of want to put one of them right there. And build off of it. So. Put that right in. Oh, my nose is itchy. Laura. Oh, guys, I am going to do a wreath tomorrow. I'm not going to do the wreath for this until I get back because I want to see, because the Hobby Lobby and the Joann's doesn't suck where I live, where I'm going. So I'm going to see if I can find some copper ribbon. Michelle, if I find some copper ribbon, do you want me to get you a roll? Because I know you were looking for some. Okay. I'm probably going to go at 8, Tom. I always go at 8 o'clock because I'm a night owl. And it's a dog Christmas wreath that a friend of mine has, her daughter works in a dog grooming place, and I made them a Halloween one. And it was a Frenchie on it with like orange hair that was like in a spike. So they would put that in front of them. Hey, Christina. They would put that in front of the dogs so when they were taking pictures with the dogs for Halloween. So I'm going to make them a Christmas one. Move, Doc. With this right here. So it's got all different kinds of dogs and, you know, so forth like that. So that's what I'm going to do for her tomorrow, but I need to get it out to her so she can give it to New Mexico to her daughter. And this, I'm just kind of just winging it as I go. And I was going to chrome this, but I didn't want to because I was afraid it would offset the colors. Which I probably should have. You're welcome, girl. Glad you could stop by. I don't know if that's the way it wants to go, but it's the way I'm putting it. Doc. You're in my way. This is hurting. And Laura, yes, I know you go longer than an hour and 20 minutes, but I have yet to have your following. People will stick in through your hours just to see what you'll say. That's how I started watching you. And no, I don't fall asleep, so don't even start that with me. See? Kind of like something like that to stick in there as a whatchamacallit. And basically what I do is I pick a focal point and I work my way around it. And pray to God I'm not going to burn my hand. And it just happened. And I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of these things, they're buttons. Like, that's a necklace. But I like it, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I know. Well, I feel bad when I do fall asleep on lures because it takes me a while. But trust me, she don't let me live it down. Okay. See, she must not be paying attention or she'd have a comment for me. Like I said, it's just playing around, trying to figure out what you want. And I'm going to have this one all gold. Just because I want to. And I'm just going to do that one just because I like it that way. Good night, Laura. I'm trying to hurry up and get these done, guys. Ow! Good. Sorry, guys. God dang, that hurt. And here's a music thing. I'm going to put it upside down. Just because I like it better that way. Okay. I'm kind of overlapping stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. I'm in the zone. All right, we're almost done, guys. that's my awl. Actually, I think it's just a screwdriver I had. I don't know what it is. It's not an awl, it's a screwdriver. I just don't know. I think my husband got it for me. I could be wrong. I don't know. And I think this is a broken piece, but I like it there. So we're going to roll with it. Alright, and there's that one. And I got one more, and I'll make it quick. And I don't want them, oh, shit. Sorry, excuse my language. I don't want them overlapping off the edge because they're sharp and I don't want them getting on my mesh. Yeah. It hurts. And I want to use the rose gold. Let's go looking. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn myself. I can already see it. What I did is I got this little round one and stuck it on top of that to make this gear shift on the end. I don't know how I did that without burning myself. Hey, Cheryl, tell Michelle your insane idea. Michelle, I hope you're sitting down because it's hilarious. I may do something else with those. I know, sure. Well, I'm taking your idea on what you told me to run with. So I've remade the hats. I made that and didn't even use it. The crap is wrong with me. Well, since she's not typing it, I'm going to tell you. So I've been trying to get Cheryl to do lives because, dang it, if I'm doing lives, she needs to start doing them too, right? So she's got this idea that we should do like a Zoom call live, you know, kind of like how Lori does her lives with two of her cubbies at a time. She wants to do that. And I'm not going to tell you the kind of reef she said because it was a joke, but it was pretty stinking funny. And she said we can be like Ethel and Lucy and Ethel. Is that her name? So I'm clumsy and crazy as all get out. So I have deemed myself Lucy. So that is Cheryl's lovely idea. And I think it's a no-brainer, but there again, I'm not the brightest individual when it comes time to do stuff like that. So that is her idea. I mean, I can't even figure out ManyChat, much less that. But she said her sons are going to do it, so we'll see what happens. But if it's Cheryl doing it, she'll do it. But I'll let you know. She can tell you, joking around, what kind of a wreath she was talking about. Oh, Cheryl, you kill me. Bless her heart. For you guys that don't know, Cheryl is my partner in crime. She's a smart ass just like I am. And we met in Laura Jean's wreath room. Yeah, I'm ready to do some Valentine's, Michelle. I know, right? That would be... If I didn't have a cracked tooth in my mouth, trust me, I'd be the idiot out there and shoving it down my shirt like Lucy did. Poor Cheryl. I love her. She stayed up whenever it took me 2 days to get to New York. She stayed up out of bed because she knew I'd finally made it to the state of New York on my flight to make sure I got back on time. So that was very sweet of her. My travel of hell. Okay. So there's that one. And these are going to be little picks. And I'm going to glue it to this. They're kind of heavy, so we'll see what happens. Glue it to that so I can have something to stick it into the ties and super glue it with. So there's that one. Oh, girl, he's going to have to give me... Yeah. Hell, he might have to drive to Texas to figure it out on my half. And then there's that one. And then there's that one. And I'll probably add more stuff to it. I just wanted to add that main stone in because it's in my hat. And then there's that one. And I'll probably add more stuff to that. Yeah, Michelle, you're going to have to send me a video because I always forget stuff. Hold on a minute. Okay. When we were going over the colors, this is what the gold and the copper looks like. Okay. What the crap did I do with it? Versus this red and then the gold and yellow, or the gold and copper. I like the red and copper better, but you can tell the difference in color. So, Doc is asleep on my leg right now. If you couldn't hear him. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Oh, hell, I have one left. I'll do it that another time. I've already put half of it up. I do too, Michelle. I love the red better just because the copper pops so much on the red. Are you going live tomorrow, Michelle? You know, Michelle, I haven't ever... I'm thinking about putting these in my Etsy because I have so many that are just sitting over there that I practiced with. I've thought about selling them in my Etsy for like $8 or 2 for 10 or whatever. Well, probably 10 if I put all the feathers, because those feathers are expensive. Put those up, but he's right in the way. And then I got these dogs right here to put into my little dog thing that I got to do tomorrow. What time are you going live, Michelle? Yeah, I like the red ones too better. Got glue and paint all over me. I thought about it. I don't know, I need to stay on top. I just listed 4 more wreaths that I had laying around the house that I forgot. Cheryl. Girl, you're crazy. Okay, well, you'll be done by 8 o'clock my time, or a little after. That means you go on at 7 my time, right? And I go on at 8. I think. I think Mountain is an hour behind me. I don't know. I'll have to get online and look it up. Alright guys, did any of y'all have any questions? Like I said, if anybody has any questions on how to do this or what they need to do or whatnot, just get a hold of me. No big deal. Michelle, I'll send you the link for all that stuff. Let me get off my page and go onto my Amazon that I just ordered it from, because I ordered them from 2 different ones. Okay, Fidencia, I will. Michelle, are you wanting the 1.5 or the 2 inch of the copper if I find it? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My dog looks like he ate a shoestring. He's slobbering so much. All right. I'll just messenger you. If you're at work, can you answer your phone? Or I'll just message. I'll figure out some way to get in touch with you. Girl, I ain't shoving your driveway. Can you come pick up my dog crap? He's shoveling your driveway. You're Cheryl, you're crazy. It never snows here. It never does. Yeah, poor Cheryl. There's no telling what she's going to come up with. She's talking about doing a wreath with tampons, so if that tells you anything. Which I know is disgusting, but whoever y'all know me, I'll say just, that's my personality. You either love it or you hate it. Sorry, Cheryl, I gave our secret away. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here. Fidencia, I'll call you. Give me about 5 minutes. Let me get all this turned off and I'll give you a call. Alright, girl? But I guarantee you my dog's is a bigger pile. I guarantee it. My dog's is probably the size of your whole dog. And I'm really sitting here talking about the size of my dog's crap. His duty. Alright, Michelle, I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock my time. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, I will see you tomorrow. I've got to do that wreath because I'm leaving Tuesday. I've got to get it out there. I've got to get it to her. I've been putting it off. But I will see you guys later. Oh, I would hope they wouldn't be you, Cheryl, you dirty butt. considering we both aren't able to get them used. All right, I will see you guys later. Good night.